Our first hike, in order to work up an appetite for the Mesa Grill, was the Sedona Airport Loop Trail. It took about an hour and a half and had about a 400 to 450 foot elevation gain. A lot of these views we saw from the air as we were coming in on the downwind and into the base turn. However, didn't really get a chance to just stare and focus at it. This is called the Vortex. It's kind of on the approach end of runway 21. A lot of beautiful foliage this time of year, just starting to bloom. But this was just really an amazing hike, just right around the airport. The next trail we started at the Broken Arrow Trail, and it went along and went up the bluffs of the Twin Buttes and intersected the Twin Buttes Trail. And from there, we kind of branched off to the High on the Hog Trail. Then we went all the way down to the Chicken Point Overlook. And then from there, we backtracked on a different trail and went to Submarine Rock, and the views off of that was just phenomenal. And then from Submarine Rock, we just went on back to where we started from. After our hike, we made a quick visit to the Chapel of the Holy Cross. When we were at the Sedona Wolf Sanctuary, we also made a side trip over to Montezuma Castle National Monument and also ran up to Lake Montezuma where we looked at the Montezuma well. And then our final hike was at the Honanki Heritage Site. And of course, we worked up a pretty good appetite, stopped in at Pizza Lisa for some brick oven baked pizza.